treating me like a military operation while I'm right here eating my fruit, pregnant, and I'm feeling fetal movement here, fetal movement there. There's no nudity, and they're swarming they're swarming down. I think this is North Harrison, swarming into this parking lot, speeding past me like they're in the military. And then they're swarming into this parking lot here where this pharmacy chiropractor place is. And these intersecting, because I shot a white man, they're treating me like a military operation because I shot a white man. And they're swarming up on me, trying to intimidate me. It's a black woman. She's laughing, doing it. And then there's another one doing it. And so they're swarming off of that road. And then she turned right there. She made a left. And they're coming back to back like I'm a terrorist for protecting myself and I'm pregnant. And they've been torturing me pregnant for 36 months. And leaving me outside doing military operation on me, which is why I'm reaching out to militaries all over the world, because they shouldn't be trying to kill a pregnant black woman for shooting a white man that's a convicted felon. But they're saying it's because I'm black that they're doing it. And they threatened to rape my son. They took my son and threatened to rape and kill and mutilate him like I was a war terrorist, and like that's evil. Like you don't threaten to do that to anyone's child. And then I'm pregnant and they tried to starve us. They did starve us throughout my pregnancy, and God said that I wasn't able to develop in the normal 9-month period because they were starving me in the jail cell and in different locations. And so another thing is they're coming off of this street right here, and they're coming and swarming up into this parking lot. And then they're swarming past me speeding, and they're swarming through this plaza, and they're just trying to intimidate me because I'm telling other countries what they are doing. God said that they knew that it was wrong to try to murder a pregnant black woman for shooting a white convicted felon. He was attacking me and my son. So here's more. This is the military operation that they're doing. That's another black woman. I guess they're in the military, or they just want to show United States pride to try to say this is the white man's country and we have a right to try to kill pregnant Andrea Jones outside on the streets because she shot a white man in self-defense. So they have all the evidence. Investigator Jim McDougal, and God said that he'll try to run, he'll try to lie, or they'll try to kill him. If he were to say he did the investigation on my case and he knew that it was the fault of the police department. And there's another one, white male. And then here's another one. And, they're trying to intimidate me about shooting a gun, but I know when to use a gun, and I know that I had a right to defend myself. So I don't know if they're trying to scare other people around the world, like, oh, this is what we do if you shoot a gun, but God was with me. He was on my side. So I'm charging my phone here. I'll show y'all the charger. The man said that I could not stand on the property. He said that corporate called and said that I could not stand on the property, and y'all saw the security. He's not even a real security. They just had placed a man right there to say he was security to make me leave. So the entire country is trying to murder me, a pregnant black woman, and then they're trying to hide it as well. So I'm going to show y'all where I'm standing at while they're trying to do this operation on me and eating my fruit. So hold on. So I'm sitting over here by my bags, and they're swarming around trying to set me up to be murdered, and I'm with child. So I'm just standing right here eating my fruit, and they're swarming past like I'm some terrorist. I'm pregnant, for God's sake. And it might be two of them. plate number CJZ107, Georgia, black male. God says they're black terrorists. God said, I'm not the terrorist that they are. He said that they're doing it for the white people. They're terrorizing me, and I'm a black woman with child because they're racist. AWU0862. AWU0862, Chinese male, white van. Terrorist. And I'll show you guys where the fetal movement is. So it feels like a hand. It's like moving. It's moving there. It's moving at the same time. And it's moving here too and here, all at the same time. And they're trying to hurt me with the babies in me, or with the baby in me. I'm eating a peeled mango. That's all we got to eat right now. I gotta find somewhere to heat up my plate. I got some little dinners at the store. And I'm using Wi-Fi, so I'm gonna have to use Wi-Fi to load this video. I'm on Memorial Drive in North Harrison, but I'm in this area because I can't walk. I'm gonna show y'all how I walk. I'm gonna walk back and forth down the street to show you how they're trying to kill me pregnant out here. They are so ruthless and so immoral that I'm contacting you presidents and militias to at least ask them to let me go free. All charges against me were dropped for protecting myself. But they took my son, and they're terrorizing my pregnancy. They got a terrorist creeping around the corner right here. He's trying to creep. RIY0096. I'm gonna show you how I'm walking. They got a black terrorist walking up on me on foot. I'll show y'all how they got me dragging my bags around with these black terrorists trying to hurt me for white people, trying to treat it like a military operation because I shot a white man and I'm pregnant, and they're scared for other people to find out what they're doing. They're trying to hurt us before y'all can get here. Don't talk. This is how they have me walking around. Why I contacted you, and why I told y'all they were hurting me. Because it hurts and I'm pregnant. And they're terrorizing us because I shot a white man. So I'll continue to show y'all how I'm walking around Memorial Drive with no bus fare, no food, and my family is trying to let the country do this to me. Ow, it hurts. What is that, man? They're trying to come around and act nice to me on camera. And they're all setting me up. I want Donald Trump charged. Because God told me he's trying to cover up my pregnancy. Because of what they did to me in the jail because of the whites. And that he's not having true righteous judgment. Like God. So if you're not of God, you don't need to be in office. Or I need to be rescued out this country and I need to be with the people that's of God. Because Keisha Lance Bottom is not. So I'm going to contact mayor and president in other cities to let you know what she got them out here doing to a pregnant black woman for defending myself. And all charges are dropped. But they did not give me medical care and they just poisoned our trays and they starved us. And they continue to abuse us. And my family set me up. The shelters did too. I post a heartbeat. The number one question should be, why are they leaving her outside? So they can pull the operation. And they're trying to make the white man famous. So I want to get off of his property real quick to tell y'all. And no, it's no nudity. No nudity. But I wanted to tell you guys, and I have an accent as well. Sometimes when I get upset, I get an accent. I'm very sweet, soft-spoken, but when people try to murder me and my children for standing up for ourselves, and God is on my side, it's very satanic, it's very wicked. The black women that are doing this, driving around in their cars, they're calling themselves witches. They're saying, oh, we're witches. We don't believe in Jesus. We denounce Jesus. We denounce Jehovah. And we worship Satan. That's what they said. And that's what the black man said too. And then when I was in the jail, God let Satan come to me and he was white. And he was very upset about me shooting a white person. And so upset to cover up the evidence and to cover up that I was pregnant. And he have all these races of people out here serving him that's talking about they're witches and they're devils and they don't care about the truth and they're going to kill my baby. And they're not going to tell the truth about it. And then they're talking about they're going to rape my child and having me screaming on social media because they won't give them back. So they got the shelters and the people that's supposed to be helping me as a woman of domestic abuse. All charges against me were dropped and I'm pregnant. They got them helping to let the woman keep my child by saying, okay, and my family, well, we're going to stage to have her on the streets. Nobody take her into a shelter they tried to take me into one shelter where they tried to starve me and say they would not serve us food. And in order for me to get food, I would have had to prostitute to the males in the area. So I said, no, I'll just leave. And I'll ask people for food. And that's what I've been doing. And so they're like, well, we're going to leave her out of the shelters to terrorize her and say that she can't get her son back. And we're going to not allow her in. Here goes another terrorist. They've been driving around several times. Black terrorist, black woman, RVR8388. No, because they're trying to take my life. So no. Because they would be out here trying to fight me, like, in this state by myself, because I shot a white male, and I'm going to go into his charges. They have my family saying, well, leave her on the streets, and knowing that she's pregnant, let them kill the baby, and we will not help her. And then we will run up behind the white male who is a convicted felon, because we do not like our sister Andrea. We do not like our cousin. Let the whites kill her and her baby and cover up her pregnancy. And let the whites keep her son, regardless of what they may do to him at night when no one is around. So she will never get her son back, because we will not help her. No one in the country will help her. None of my friends were really my friends to begin with. So all of my friends know the evidence, but they're like, oh, we were jealous of Andrea, and we were jealous of her son, and we were jealous of her home and her baby daddy. So now that she has gotten into trouble from protecting herself, we're not going to let her into any of our homes so that she can get her son back, and so that she can get help for her pregnancy. And then the blacks are like, no, we all know that she's pregnant. We all have acknowledged that she's pregnant. But we will not take her into our homes, because we want to terrorize her outside, and we want to rape her, and we want to see the United States government annihilate her completely and destroy her. So we will not stand up for her and her pregnancy, and we will laugh at her failed attempts of trying to get people from Africa or other nations to come here, because we have more alliances with them than she does, and they will sell her out for money. But they are acting very afraid. I've seen my father being very afraid, Andrew Jones, of someone coming to find out that I am really with child and that they have tortured me. I find him very sick about allowing them to do this to me and then being caught for it. I find my sisters and all of the African Americans being very afraid of anyone coming here to actually help and rescue me. And I see the whites and the Hispanics being very, very afraid about the evidence being out. And I seen Donald Trump running and being very afraid of being caught up with this. The only ones that I did not see really afraid were the nurses, the white nurses who starved me in the back of the Montgomery County Jail and would not tell them to give me medical care or meals. They were very cocky. And I know why, because they have the entire country trying to cover it up for them. And they are white women. And they feel that they got that kind of power to where, oh, we can have Andrea Jones killed in 24 hours. That's what Cynthia Olvera told me, the woman who got my son. She said that she will have me killed for my son. So Austin John Metter is a convicted felon. Austin, Austin, John, John Metter, Meador. You can Google him, and they have taken down a recent report of him being indicted on several pages of assault on a family member and assault with a deadly weapon. And they said they were trying to do a blood ritual to allow him to kill my son. They said they were allowing him to kill my son. So I don't know if my son is alive at Joseph Olvera and Cynthia Olvera's home. They have pictures of my son to say that he is alive. But they say they were trying to do a blood ritual on me and my children to murder us to Satan, to the white man, and that the blacks will be involved to murder us to him. And that I guess everyone around the world, is a lot of them that serving Satan and the white man, and that would be willing to kill us for protecting ourselves. And knowing that I'm pregnant, still terrorize us as a black woman and say, we don't care about your nigger body, you a slave woman, and we're going to kill that baby in you or them babies in you, and we don't care. So they got me out here with men trying to smoke weed in my face, cigarette in my face. And then they got the black women riding around knowing that I'm pregnant, trying to treat me like a wild animal. And the nerve of black women to claim that they were slaves and to try to treat another black woman like a slave and a wild animal. They're treating me worse than slaves were treated. They're chasing me in their cars on foot, pregnant and limping, falling all out on the side of the road for a white man talking about their witches. And anybody who know anything about witches, you know they used to execute them. So they're doing extreme wickedness to me and my children, threatening to rape him, They threatened to gang rape my son, Cynthia. And the only reason why, if he's still alive, is because of Jesus Christ. It's not because of her. Because she did plan to go through with it. And they plan to go through and murdering me as well. But Jesus Christ stopped them from murdering me, and he prayed over my womb and made my womb start moving again, because they tried to murder me in a cell before my trial. So Austin John Matter charges include drug possession, theft, Class C rape, assault on a public servant, assault, family violence, and they're still sitting there trying to terrorize me. Here comes another black male trying to terrorize me. And then there's another one coming right back to back. So they want y'all to know that they doing military stuff on me. They're confident to show the rest of the world that we're doing military operation on pregnant black women and we don't give a damn. You're not going to do nothing about it. That's pretty much what they're trying to say to me and to anyone that would try to help me. And it's black people doing it. So that should let you know that you need to come here to help me as soon as possible. You don't need to try to ask questions. You don't need to try to ask a lying witch that know I'm pregnant and that they're trying to murder me, and as one country, one mind, one sound. You don't need to have any of them lie to you and manipulate you about what's really going on with Andrea Jones' case. If you're really concerned with me, you need to find a way to get here and talk and come meet with me yourself. And you need to make sure you do not come alone, because they will try to trap you in the United States and kill you and lie to your people back home and be willing to fight them. You need to make sure that you come with fortitude, that you got people that's going to make sure that you get here safely and make it out safely with Andrea Jones and my son. Creeping around, military operation. I told you, I get an accent when people play with my life. Military operation, CAS 1408, Chinese woman, Asian woman. They have the Asian, the Hispanic, which is why I'm contacting Asia. I want you to know what the Asians are over here helping the white man do. These are your children. Mexico. I'm contacting Mexico because I want you to know what the Mexicans, what the Hispanics are over here helping the white man do. These are your children. Africa. I'm contacting Africa because I want you to know what your children are over here trying to help the white man do. These are your children. He has corrupted them. He has corrupted their judgment. And they are wicked. XKN575, black female G. And they got one posted up right there in the parking lot. But I'm contacting Australia because I know there are whites there. I'm contacting Europe because I know there are whites there. I'm contacting Germany. Oh, well, I know Europe, Germany, all the same. I'm contacting Russia. I'm contacting you because I want you to know what your children are over here doing. They're over here trying to commit murder that God said for them not to do. The Lord said for them not to murder me or my babies when they had me in a jail cell, but they said, oh, they white, Russia white. We don't operate that way in righteousness in Christ Jesus' kingdom and God kingdom. But they say that God said this is Satan's kingdom, and that's fine. But we don't operate that way as a whole on this earth. As far as the kingdom of God, we are all God's children in a certain light. And when you have whites thinking that they're going to exalt themselves to say, oh God, we're going to murder pregnant Andrea Jones because we have decided to worship Satan and white and go against what you said. Now I have to contact the whites and see, do God have any righteous children in Europe? Because they don't have any white righteous children in America. Do God have any righteous white children in Russia? Do God have any righteous white children in Australia? Because these are your bloodlines, and this is what they over here doing. And I'm contacting Asia because there are black Asians in Asia, and I want to know, are you worshiping Satan and are you worshiping the white man the way that they are here? Because if you're not, then I need your help over here. You are my bloodline. We've been scattered all over the earth. And the African Americans are selling me out to be killed. They are corrupt. So God told me when I was in the cell, when they were trying to murder me, pregnant, the Lord, black terrorist, coming around on foot. I wanted to end another one driving through the parking lot. And they listening and spying on my every word, trying to set me up to be killed. So Asian black descent. I call out to you in Asia as the bloodline, because God said He said, I call all my bloodlines. When they were trying to murder me, and the African Americans knew, and they wanted the white man to kill me, pregnant, being wicked and corrupt. And Jesus Christ come in the cell and stopped them from killing me and my baby and my pregnancy. He restored my pregnancy, because they were terrorizing and poisoning my pregnancy to where the fetal movement has stopped. And the Lord Jesus come pray over me and sound like Hebrew, and he put it over my hand. He put hand over my belly and prayed Hebrew and restored the womb to movement again, and said that my pregnancy was worth and my son's life was worth. And he talked about a lawsuit. And then I make it out of the jail alive, and they tried to set me up to be killed the entire time. And this is what they've been doing. They've been trying to pretend like they friend with me and bring me inside of the home and try to attack me. I know y'all didn't hear my accent, but when they pull in military operation, I'm going to get real loud and start to scream, or I'm going to get an accent. So it's like another side of me come out. So they over here trying to kill a pregnant black woman. See how they keep rolling around like that? And I'm out here by myself, vulnerable like this. And the black men are corrupt to where they talking about they worshiping the devil. So my brothers and sisters in Africa, I hear about witchcraft killing in Kenya and Tanzania. And I hear about you killed a witch. So when you understand that the black man, the black woman out here talking about they doing witchcraft, do you understand the evil that come with that? They kidnap a person's child and say, oh, we're going to molest and rape a person's child, and then set them up to be killed in every city. It's very wicked, and it's associated with the white man, the white devil in America. So now go back to Mexico. I got brothers and sisters, Dominican, Latino, black, Mexicans, black, Hispanics, Puerto Rican. That's my bloodline, because God said I call all my bloodline, and spirit come into my body and make me alive. So when I see them trying to set me up to be murdered for white people, for a devil, for a witch, and here come another terrorist, I say I got brothers and sisters in Mexico, because my God told me that I had brothers and sisters all over the world. You might not be able to get here, but make some calls for me. See who you got that's affiliated and let them know they're trying to murder a pregnant black woman in America for protecting herself from a white male. And I know my brothers and sisters is in Mexico, so I'm contacting Mexico. And I know that I got brothers and sisters in Australia. I'm contacting Australia. I got black people there, and I already done started reaching out to y'all, hoping that y'all not worshiping the white man and the devil the way that they are here, to say that we're going to kill her and not stand up for her, and then pretend to have a Black Lives Matter movement. So they pretending to have Black Lives Matter movement all over the world. So that scared me a lot. But let me go back to Europe. I know I got brothers and sisters in Europe that are of the Lord bloodline. I know I got brothers and sisters in Asia. I know I got brothers and sisters all over Africa. That's the Lord bloodline. Because he said it was his bloodline, and that it was my bloodline, and that they was trying to murder us. And then they tried to get me to denounce Jehovah. So whatever wickedness that they doing, it have something to do with them denouncing Jesus and denouncing Jehovah and saying, oh, we'll worship Satan. So I'll give you a little prime example of what kind of ritual that would be. Because I'm not denouncing Jesus. I'm not denouncing Jehovah. But for a person who will go and say, oh, I denounce the Lord, that's not what I say. I don't. But just giving you a little example. And that, oh, I denounce the Father God. And then when you got a case where a black woman been protecting herself, and you say, oh, I bow down to worship Satan, and Satan white, and the Most High God that you just denounced is not white, and then you say, okay, well, this black woman was protecting herself, and all of these gang of racist people come and say, how about we lie about the evidence? How about we lie about her pregnancy? How about we all run around and terrorize her because we got money, and then we just don't care. We just go to hell. And for me to be involved with that, for me to come up to a pregnant black woman and then try to punch her in the stomach for white people, or to try to put poison in one of her meals for white people, or to say, yeah, that's my sister, she was protecting herself, but I'm worshiping white people, put her out the house so she can be killed. This is what's going on. Or for me to say, yeah, my daughter shot a white person, but let her be raped by the entire country, and let them take her son and molest her son, and let them kill her baby inside her womb, and oh well, I worship white people. Let them do. This is what's going on. For an entire family to say, give our granddaughter up as an honor killing for protecting herself and she's pregnant, and let them paint her out as a drug addicted prostitute on the street, and we're going to still smile with the white people that did it. We're going to still run up behind them asking for benefits. We're going to still run up behind them asking for pictures with smiles, and we're going to even say she's lying about her pregnancy. And we're going to let gang members go after her while she's telling the truth that she's pregnant. And we're going to let gang members go after her out of every establishment, every building, every shelter, every piece of land that she walk on. We're going to let gang members go after our family member because she's pregnant, and because a white man that got out of prison was abusing her and her baby, and she's been bleeding. And then we're going to sit up as an entire country and follow her around trying to kill her, knowing she's pregnant because she's black. And then take her baby and threaten to rape her baby.